The spirit of a woman hangs like a puff of smoke in the air. She is weeping and appears to be very distressed about something.
Ali, where is my little boy? Ali!
Alexander wishes to comfort the tormented spirit, but she is beyond the warmth of human hands.
Why do you not rest, sad spirit?
Rest? I cannot rest. My son is lost.
Lost? You mean in this realm?
No. His spirit is stuck in the land of the living, probably looking for me. But I cannot leave to go show him the way. My poor Ali.
Is there anything I can do?
Take this handkerchief. If you get back to the land of the living and find him, tell him that his mother is waiting for him here. By this kiss, he'll be able to find his way to the realm of the dead.
I'll do my best to find him.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my Ali.
Alexander is carrying the mother ghost's translucent handkerchief. Touching the ghost handkerchief gives Alexander a strong mental impression of the mother ghost worriedly searching for her lost son. The transparent hanky may be fine for a ghost, but Alexander feels a little nervous about using it himself. The surface of the realm of the dead feels even more oppressive here. A path leads to an ominous-looking skull that looms in the distance. The surface is haunted by the ghoulish shapes of the undead and by the chained, tormented spirits of mortals unable to rest in peace. The gloomy path narrows as it approaches a sinister-looking skull. A monstrous skull looms at the end of the twisted path. The passing spirits are all heading for it as though it were a magnet. It must be the entrance to the Underworld. The otherwise dark sky is faintly illuminated by a full moon. Alexander has the feeling that it is always nighttime in this realm. He cannot imagine the light of day touching anything in this dreary place. The luminous moon casts a glow over the strange dark landscape. Some natural instinct draws the spirits of the newly deceased to the realm of the dead. They all seem to be focused on the skull that looms in the distance. The passing spirits seem to be in a trance and don't respond to Alexander. The passing spirits are beyond Alexander's ability to grasp. The path beneath Alexander's feet feels strangely organic. He has no desire to get any closer to it than is absolutely necessary. Alexander can do nothing with the skull from here. He'll need to get closer. Alexander can't fly in his current fleshly state. The moon is far beyond Alexander's mortal grasp. The skull at the end of the path pays no attention to Alexander. The moon does not hear Alexander's voice. The skeleton to the left of the path hands something to the spirits that approach the Underworld entrance.
Take it, please. Next.
Alexander is standing at the entrance to the Underworld. The entrance is a huge tendon-covered skull. The skull's mouth is the doorway to whatever lies below. Two solemn skeletons admit the spirits who seem to be drawn trance-like to enter the skull. Looming ominously at the end of the path, a hideous skull-shaped formation provides an entrance to the underworld below. Despite his terror, Alexander still feels drawn to its tendon-bound maw. A strange skeleton with a long horse-like head and ceremonial armor stands at the base of the path to the underworld. He watches over new arrivals with a discerning eye, handing tickets to the spirits desiring admittance. A large bone keyring hangs from his waist. A large keyring containing a skeleton key hangs from the waist of the skeleton to the left of the path. A uniformed skeleton stands guard at the entrance to the underworld. He takes something from the passing spirits and then waves them on into the underworld. Living skeletons are gathered around the entrance to the underworld. A group of large bones form an interesting arrangement to the right of the path. Two smaller bones are propped up on the ground near the larger group. The skull looms silently overhead, heedless of the voice of the mortal that stands before it.
Might I get one of those tickets?
The skeleton with the tickets must not approve of Alexander's less than ghostly looks. He refuses to give him a pass.
I must see the Lord of the Dead. Please let me pass.
Tickets only.
The skeleton at the door seems quite determined.
Nice bone structure.
Thanks. The hideous skull repulses Alexander even as it draws him. He has no desire to touch it more than is absolutely necessary to enter the door. Alexander approaches the entrance to the underworld.
Ticket, please.
Alexander has the feeling that trying to physically force his way past the skeleton at the door is not a good idea. Alexander doesn't want to touch those skeletons. Besides, those bones have already been picked clean. The skeleton with the keys looks rather grave. Alexander doesn't want to touch him. It's unlikely that the skeleton would allow Alexander to just take his key. Alexander picks up the two bones on the ground. Now, what do these bones remind him of?
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
The skeletons are overcome with the musical call of the bones. They begin to jiggle, then to dance. Alexander finishes his tune, and the skeletons resume their posts. Despite their frolic, they don't seem any friendlier. A key made of bone has fallen from the skeleton's keyring, and now lies on the ground. Alexander picks up the skeleton key. The skeleton key is made out of small bones. The skeleton key feels a bit bony. Ah, to unlock the mysteries of man. Alexander could return the bony key, but he might find it useful. Besides, the skeleton has plenty more bones where that came from.
I have this key of bone. Will it get me into the underworld?
Tickets only.
I have a ticket.
Oh, on.